Okay, I'm going to try and make a quick update. Got some of the pots moved from the next level down and found this pot of purslane that was very dried out, but I was able to revive it. And it's a nice plant, and I'm actually enjoying the flavor of this. This is kind of different, but this is wild purslane. I've got some of the gardening type, and they're much smaller leaves with much bigger flowers, which these have smaller flowers and much bigger leaves. So we will utilize this. And I don't know if I get seeds. I don't know how to propagate that yet, but I'll learn. I got all the kiwis put into bigger buckets. So these are all the kiwis that have survived from last year. So I'm down to 10. And these had grown nice and big in the smaller pot. That's been in the big pot. They're looking a little rough, but hopefully they'll make a nice comeback. We had a really good rain a couple of nights ago, and the Perillas, the green Perillas, produced some huge leaves like this. This wasn't on here yesterday. That I've already harvested. You can see that they're missing from some of the sides here. And we had a nice little dinner of that. We've sampled the purple ones finally. We like the greens much better, but the purples are kind of interesting, so I'm not going to give up on those. I may just grow 3 or 4 a year just to have a little variety and throw it in the mix with the greens and we'll try cooking with it and see if that does something different. But the greens have a nicer texture and a little bit more refreshing flavor. I've got these are the ones, the figs that I followed the instructions where I cut them and did them the way it says that you're supposed to propagate those. Those are the ones I just cut and stuck with figs and leaves still on them. They all dropped and died, but then they came back. Look how much bigger they are. So sometimes instructions aren't exactly right, and this is how I'm learning. So these are, but it all depends on the root systems, getting the roots going. Look at these. These are those Jewel Melons, or Korean yellow melons. It will maybe double that before it starts yellowing. It already looks like it's turning less green, or maybe just because the leaf is on there. But they're not as green to me as they were before. Another one. I'm excited about that. This is the largest of the Jewel Melons, and I don't see any fruit yet. The blossoms. So I plan on getting these into bigger containers too. It's a little late in the year, but I thought, what the heck? I guess the rain and the wind was really harsh the other night. I'm not worried if they come back up or not. The other one withered. And this is the only one so far that I can find on the watermelons. Oh, there's another one over there. I'll be excited just to get one. I'm trying to direct some of the tendrils away so I can still have a clear path to walk in here, but this is a watermelon plant, and I've got the Jewel Melons over there. And I saw a neat little tool on a British show that I'm going to be looking for. I'll have to buy it online, but basically it's scissors that you can use while you're standing up and it will cut. I thought, like hedge clippers, like giant hedge clippers, but the handles were up where you can stand and clip level to the ground. And I thought, that's what I want. Oh, there's another Jewel melon in there. And one in here. I know I'm counting them before they develop, and I'll be heartbroken if I lose any of them. Been trying to I moved these over here for the watering system so that they'll get some water without me having to manually water them. And I showed that in the one I posted the video about the irrigation. So I still need to cut that. That's going over there. Still have poison ivy over there that's still hanging on, but it's dying. And soon I'll be cleaning out the chicken coops, and they're way overdue. And I will be putting them directly into what I hope will be my future beds up here. So I know this looks odd, but it's because of the watering system I'm doing. And my husband pointed out about every leaf has something eaten out of it. But that's okay. And these three are doing really well, the okra. And yeah, don't ever walk through an okra patch in shorts, because they are very the leaves are very spiny and irritating. But I need to harvest some of this soon and cook the greens and the stems. My husband set up the flamingos. And the strawberries are still producing a lot of runners. And I think I've come up with a different way to propagate them into containers. And I hadn't been able to do that yet. So I was transplanting the 1 gallons into the 2.5 gallon containers. Not done with that. I probably won't finish that today. So that's it for this week, with some more changes coming up. Oh, the tomatoes. They're doing really bad. So I am going to pull some of these up so I can reuse the containers and harvest what I can. There's some still on that one vine. I'll just hang it and let the fruit ripen, the little green tomatoes ripen, and try to salvage my Cherokee purples and get them moved over where they're going to get watered. Here's the one that I planted the sucker from. I need to pull that out. And I'm going to get some mulch over here into the buckets too. Of all the, everyone can grow tomatoes, but for some reason I have a hard time with them. But I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep trying until I find what works. Been reusing all the soil from the 1 gallon buckets that the strawberries didn't grow in, and the figs didn't root in. So I still have some I need to clean up and redo. Some down here too. The lavender seems to be doing okay. And I think that one is a weed and not a lavender, but I couldn't tell when it was smaller. Still learning. Thanks for watching.